Meanwhile, Kilmarnock's new signing from Bayern Munich, Mlln McInally, made his debut last week against St Johnstone in a match which marked a return to Scottish football after an absence of 7 years.
Nothing's changed, no, it's hell for leather. The fans demand that ball in the box, and you go. I mean, we were down. St Johnstone were down to 10 men, and there was a time where they'd pushed themselves right back to defending, and we had the ball at the back, and the ball went across the park one of the times, and the fans started to get agitated right away. In that case, they could never watch European football in Germany because the ball used to go from left back to right back, 4 or 5 times until they were ready to go forward.
29 league games played, just 23 goals. Kilmarnock are hoping McInally will provide some much-needed firepower, and a few more like that would do nicely.
The Scotsman has given the Germans hope.
That's another thing about being back. You're just back hoping the pressure on you start scoring goals again. I think that obviously in the long term, I'm looking to prove to everybody, that I'm still worthy of a place in the Kilmarnock team, then, as it were. And obviously looking towards a full season next season. If I can do that, then I've kickstart my career back into the right vein again.
Let's see how Kilmarnock have been getting on. They announced last night new plans to rebuild Rugby Park. They were entertaining St Johnstone today. Mlln was there.
Mlln McInally almost had a dream start with his new club. 15 seconds on the clock and Ray Montgomery put the ex-Bayern Munich striker in the clear. Kevin McGowan tipped his heels and down he went. Amazingly, referee Clyde awarded the free kick but took no further action. But McGowan was dispatched from the field 4 minutes into the second half for his second bookable offence, and the Killie fans felt that justice had been done. It was a tough, uncompromising game which saw Kilmarnock dominate almost completely, although St Johnstone played some nice football at times. The crowd were brought to their feet in the 63rd minute with a Sean McSkimming shot cannoned off the post to the feet of Mlln McInally. His vicious first-time shot was blocked on the line by the legs of Rhodes. It was Rhodes again to the rescue in the 71st minute when his finger tipped a Sean McSkimming header over the bar. But Kilmarnock, with the poorest home scoring record in the Premier League, couldn't find a way through. Final score, Kilmarnock 0, St Johnstone 0.
Thank you, Alistair, and a 6th successive draw for St Johnstone. Well, let's look at how the Premier table sits tonight. Rangers now move 2 points clear of Aberdeen, who of course lost at Easter Road this afternoon.
The focus was on Mlln McInally at Rugby Park. No goals on his debut, but he was in the thick of the action against St Johnstone. There were goals.
Kilmarnock paraded their new signing Mlln McInally yesterday, much to the delight of the Rugby Park fans. And Rambo was in good humour as he posed for photographers before playing his first competitive match in over 2 years. It didn't take the former Ayr United, Celtic, Aston Villa, Bayern Munich and Scotland striker long to make an impact on the game. Only 13 seconds had gone when he was taken down by Kevin McGowan as he raced through in goal. But the referee said there was no intent and no action was taken against him. Andy Rhodes had to look lively 2 minutes later to stop a looping Tom Brown header as Killie went in search of the early opener. McInally was certainly being given every opportunity to examine Rugby Park at close quarters. McGowan was the player involved again as he hit the deck. This time, the defender was booked. There wasn't a great deal more to shout about in the first half. Gus McPherson trying his luck from long range, but his shot flying wide. While at the other end, Ian Ferguson was denied by Bobby Geddes. Good stop, no goals at the interval. 3 minutes into the second half, Kevin McGowan got his marching orders for a second bookable offence. Despite the protests, the replay shows he appeared to pull Sean McSkimming's arm as he tried to catch him. Referee Clyde eventually sent him packing. So Kilmarnock tried to take advantage of the extra man and pressed forward. McSkimming hitting the post. McInally striking the rebound, but Rhodes keeping the ball out of the net, and McGuinness putting the ball behind for the corner. Good play by Ali Mitchell on the right created another chance for McSkimming. But his header was saved by Andy Rhodes, and 10-man St Johnstone held out for a share of the points.
It was an absolute nightmare in the beginning. I was like, welcome back to Scottish football, big man. It is fast and furious as our game demands, and I imagine it'll take me 3 or 4 games to get it in. But I mean, I played a good 85 minutes today. Granted, the last 20 I was a bit tired, but I think I created a few chances for us, and obviously I think people will say we're unlucky not actually to win the game.
Good to see Rambo back after his appearance here a couple of weeks ago. Back onto the phone lines now, Davy. Next caller, we're going to Colin Mackenzie in Saltcoats. Hello, Colin, what's your point?
Hello. I would just like to congratulate Bobby Fleeton for unveiling the new plans to refurbish Rugby Park. I just think that the likes of Celtic should take a leaf out of Bobby's book and actually do their business first and then come out to the papers.
Okay. Yeah, good point. Lindsay, how do you feel about that? There were plans to move elsewhere, but they're staying at Rugby Park.
I think that's good because the supporters don't like to leave the ground like that because they've always gone there. I know it's in a residential area and perhaps the police would have liked them to have moved elsewhere, but it's good to see Rugby Park being done up.
Davy, you've played at Rugby Park, of course, and at Celtic Park. You played for both clubs. What do you feel about the situation?
I'm just delighted that Kilmarnock have come so far in such a short time, and that's a tribute both to the Fleetings, who've obviously invested a lot of money there, and to a very shrewd manager in Tommy Burns.
And your old club? Celtic, the other club?
It remains to be seen what Celtic do, but I think we can assume that Celtic Park will be all seated by the start of next season.
So you think they'll stay there, there's no Cambuslang, you reckon?
I don't think they have any choice. I don't think the money's there, and I really doubt this project is going to take place.
Supporters were very quiet yesterday, despite another poor result.
I think the supporters have had enough, and it's now a cross-section. It's not isolated groups of supporters. There's now a cross-section of the Celtic support to look upon this board as being completely discredited.
OK, we'll leave it there for the moment.